Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to
The Mar and Ivan Show, episode number 12.
Episode
Wow,
12.
I feel official.
Right?
Yeah.
And today we wanted to talk about the end of 2020, right? Kind of reviewing the year a little bit and talking about getting into 2021 and what that's going to be like. So, do you want to get us started off with some final thoughts of 2020? You know, what was the year like for you?
For me individually, overall, it was a great year. It was a great year. Honestly, Ivan and I started the Mar and Ivan Show. We
purchased a condo.
Yeah, we purchased a condo here in Tustin Ranch.
Yep.
I purchased some land in Mexico. That
was pretty cool, yeah.
I feel like this year has been such a roller coaster for the economy, of course, and just, I think, a big eye-opener for a lot of individuals working for big companies. I feel like 2020 really showed everyone the true colors and the true core of the company that they work for. Would you like to kind of give any?
Yeah, well, I know there were a lot of layoffs, right, for different companies. Many people have had to find new jobs or adapt to this sort of like lockdown economy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, businesses have been forced to evolve and change their ways of doing business.
Yeah.
And employees too, people who work for themselves, different kinds of businesses have been greatly affected. So that's one thing that we can be very grateful for is, hey, we didn't suffer from really any turbulence, we would say, on that end. But we've been very grateful and blessed this year.
But really, truly, my heart goes out to anyone that did suffer any hardships and is suffering, because even though we directly weren't affected with work, there's just other things going on.
Yeah. And we've had to make adjustments, right? Just like everyone else. There's not a whole bunch to do. So it's like the good thing is that really created a lot of time for us to really, be with ourselves and start the podcast and start to really reflect and think, okay, who am I? What do I want to do? What's my place in life?
Especially with people being home so frequently, kind of isolated from their friends, isolated from social gatherings. What a great time to reflect. What a great time to start businesses. We touched base on this last time. Even I was thinking about Zach and Cole with Slay and Palm, and just a lot of new,
cool. Shout out to them.
New businesses coming up, new projects, which is really cool to see.
A lot of new things emerging. But yeah, you're right. It's like we finally have the time to not really be distracted by, hey, there's a party over here and party over there, right? Sometimes they could just be like, one party on the weekend and the next weekend again, and there's always something to do.
That's so true. I think about sometimes you are so distracted with these events, going out with friends, right? Hanging out. Yeah. And it distracts you from your own personal life. And it's easy to live that way. It's easy to live for the weekend and not really think like, hold on, what's going on with me personally?
Yeah, because you're getting little surface level like doses and experiences from other people's lives. So you see like the surface level of someone else's life and they have their best presentation forward. And then you hang out with another friend and like, oh, well, they have their best presentation forward, or at least the most fun things to do.
Yeah.
So, 2020 really made it so that we could say, okay, like what's really going on aside from what we think
from like all the social
happening.
Gatherings and stuff.
The social, sort of facade.
It's super weird. I mean, we just said it, but we were talking about cool things, great things that happened this year. And part of me was like a bit, I'm sure maybe you guys saw on camera, but a bit reluctant to share certain successes. Even I was like, I purchased land in Mexico. But I'm like, why is that? Why is it that sometimes you feel as if you should
dim your light?
Yeah.
Or,
like,
not talk about things that you've done.
We both got, I don't even know, promotions at work.
Yeah. There was a sort of promotion, that just happened to fall during this time. Those were kind of inevitable because they're performance-based, but it's also you have to be with the company a certain amount of time. Right, so we were able to do that. I think both of us hit our 3 years with the company this year.
Wild.
So that was pretty cool. But yeah, you're right. It is kind of interesting to talk about your successes.
Yeah, I just thought, why was I so reluctant saying that on camera? Like, oh, like don't say too much.
Yeah, it's like
not that I want to hide things from you guys, but you know, sometimes it feels like you don't want to say like, hey, look at me, look at what I did, right?
Yeah.
Right. Interesting to think about.
Let me take a second to pop open this.
Yeah, Ivan's really excited about this.
This is non-branded, but it'd be cool, you know, like 5 years from now. It's like, okay, we got an official sponsor on the show today.
Yeah, in the future.
But yeah, Flying Embers, I just got this from Costco. We did a little bit of Christmas shopping, even today, this morning on Christmas Eve. But I checked out the hard kombucha pineapple chili.
That sounds so good, right?
Crack this open here on the show. It's the first time I'm trying it.
He's gonna get lit. No,
but
yeah.
But yeah.
Can I try it after you?
Yeah, I'll try it.
He's like, do you want one? And I'm like, no, I'm good. I love tea. And then, of course, now he has one. Let me try it.
It's pretty good.
Was it good? I'll give you guys an honest review, okay?
I like the design on it, the phoenix.
You really get the pineapple in the smell.
All right.
Sorry.
What is it, like sommeliers, where you're like the wine
I have, guys, that's my skill. I have really strong...
that's true.
I have a really strong sense of smell and a really strong sense of taste, and that is my gift from God.
And I have neither of those.
But Ivan has eyesight like a hawk.
Yeah, I have really, really good eyesight, really good hearing. It's funny how everyone has their kind of five senses, some being stronger than others.
You know, I really get the pineapple when you initially taste it. It hits you right at the end, and then the spice is almost delayed.
Yeah.
So you can taste the spice. It is very subtle, and I understand why, because people will be sipping this. Would I buy it for myself?
Maybe we're trying it out.
Yeah, but it's good. It's good for sure. And I'm just not.
If you like hard kombucha, I like kombucha.
You like the booch. Sorry.
So hard kombucha is pretty cool. But yeah, what were we talking about? Sure. What were we talking about on the...
Oh, okay. Well, just a recap of 2020. Like I said, it's been a roller coaster.
Talking about your successes, because, I mean, it has been a tough year still, right? Every year can... I mean,
it's definitely... It's been tough at work adjusting to the new changes.
Every year has its challenges,
It's like we're doing a whole new position at work.
Yeah, it's like the job has almost completely changed to where it's a completely different job. The day-to-day tasks are a lot different. But, we got to see the optimism in things. That's why I think it's cool to talk about achievements sometimes, right? As long as you're not trying to like flex on people and say, "Oh, look
I'm not,
right,
yeah.
right." And I can.
I almost hope that we.
I can imagine people wouldn't feel that way. That we're coming across. Oh, like look at what we did. It's like so many people would do so much more.
I hope people feel inspired. Honestly, I hope that with our achievements, that's what I was saying. I hope that with my achievements, you guys see like, hey, this is what she did. It's freaking doable. You know. Yeah. Especially with so many people saying, hey, it's impossible to purchase an OC. It's impossible to purchase an OC.
Yeah, we hear that a lot. It's like, it's impossible to buy anything. You can never buy here.
You need to go to Texas. You need to go out further out. No, guys, it is doable.
Yeah, you just got to focus on it and say, hey, I'm going to have a certain amount of money that I'm putting away every single month.
Yeah, focus on the goal.
Right.
Yeah, that's honestly what I did with purchasing the land in Mexico. I was like, okay, I need to save X amount. And that was my goal. And I thought in the future, I'm going to, I have a whole plan, but we'll do something later. But I'd love to have a house out in Mexico. So I kept thinking like house, property, you know, and step one is purchasing the land. And when you get your goals on paper and in your mind, you'll achieve them.
Yeah. I remember for a while too, you went a few months at least where I'll say, oh, let's get this or let's buy this. And you're like, no, I'm saving. Like, I can't buy anything right now.
I know.
I'm saving.
You're so right. Yeah.
So, no, that's the kind of discipline that it takes. It's really cool. It's inspiring even for me, your level of focus and commitment to continue
really
saving.
You know what, guys? Once I have my house out there, carne asada.
Make sure you invite me.
Of course. Of course.
But, speaking of goals, I want to, finish off by saying 2020, try to see like the great points in it, right? We try to see, okay, what was positive about it? Even though there were some points that were a little bit more challenging, what were the positive things? What could we take away from it? Even being with this like quarantine lockdown, okay, make the most of it, right? Now is the time to focus on yourself really make something happen. And it's a perfect opportunity right now at the end of the year, because now we're moving into into 2021, which sounds crazy to say.
Say it again. 2021.
2021.
Okay.
Born in 91.
2021.
Both of us.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Right? But 2021, the new goals, new things. So what's your take on New Year's resolutions or the goals for the coming year?
So personally, there's a couple of things that come to mind. One, I'm not big on New Year's resolutions because there can be so many points throughout the year where we can really be improving, right? I don't think you have to wait until the new year. Yeah. However, I do see why people like it, because it's almost a clean slate. You're putting a bow at the end of the year and you're like, all right, back to the drawing board, right? Yeah. So I do understand it. I totally get it. But with New Year's resolutions, Ivan and I were speaking about this earlier, and I feel like at times they just kind of disintegrate, or it falls apart, because you go from 0 to 100 and you try to do too many things at once, right? I'm going to eat healthy. I'm not going to eat any chips. I'm going to go to the gym 3 times a week, where it's like, whoa. I love it. That is great. But take a step back. What do you suggest?
Yeah. Well, we were talking about this earlier, and I had suggested that for myself, I'm going to choose one thing that I'm committing to 100%.
You're like, and that thing is Marlene.
Okay, I already committed to you. And that's an everyday thing.
Thank you.
But the one thing that I said, okay, I'm going to commit to this year, and I'm doing it every single week, no matter what, is the Mar and Ivan show, right? So we're committing to do this every single week because we can. We have days off, and in those days, this is like our part-time thing. This is something that we can now do, and we enjoy it. We have a blast when we do these, right?
Yeah.
Especially, like we mentioned before, with the new setup, it made things so much more enjoyable and so much easier to just set it up and start talking. But I also want to have one additional goal on top of that, because it would feel like kind of a cop-out. Oh, like one episode a week. That's what we have to do anyway, right? That's our responsibility to our viewers and to our passion project. But the other thing that I wanted to do is I'm committing to one extra session per week with my personal training.
Do you want to shout them out?
Oh yeah, shout out to Kevin and Reem at Turn of Fitness. Check them out on Instagram at Turn of Fitness.
If you guys want to see how I got these guns,
right? If you guys are interested in personal training here in Orange County, based out of Irvine. But I'm adding one more additional day of personal training, and so that's something that I'm committing to. And the cool thing too is it can start with one thing that you want to do for the rest of the year, and then just focus on, hey, no matter what, I'm going to do this at least for January. Like commit to 1 month. If you can't do 1 year, start by committing to 1 month, and then at that 1 month mark, let's say when February starts, if that was too easy for you, you can add a second thing on top of that. It's not like a sprint.
Yeah.
It's a whole year that's coming up. What do you think?
There's so many things I'd like to work on. One thing.
Well, you're going to do the show with me, right?
Yeah, of course. I'm super committed to the show. I really love doing this. Honestly, guys, I can't wait until my work weekend. Oh my gosh, look at the backyard. There's a cat. Sorry. Oh. I can't wait until my weekend so I can do the Mar and Ivan show, because really, guys, I mean it when I say it's so much fun for me to do,
for us to do. It's for sure.
So the Mar and Ivan show, first and foremost, for all of you and us. And I'd also really love to commit to. This sounds wild, but I'd love to commit to learn to invest in stocks.
Yeah,
that's one thing. Sure. I'd like to read a bit more about it. I'd love to get a bit more informed, and this year invest some of my money in stocks. And I shook his hand because that's what I really mean it.
That's the bond. Yeah, let's do it. So stocks, Mar and Ivan show, one extra.
Yeah.
Training session.
I really love to hear what you guys would love to commit to. Just one thing. Yeah, what is it?
What's one thing that you guys are committing to this year, and that you're saying, hey, this is something I'm doing all year long, And then maybe one thing that you're like, hey, you know, this is kind of new to me. Yeah. It might be a little bit more than I feel like I can do, but I want to at least commit to 1 month. To January, 1 month, I'm going to do this. And then I'll see how it goes for going into February and March. So maybe that could be it, right? What's one thing you can commit to 100% all year? And then what's a second thing that you can commit to for the month of January? And then build on that.
I love that. Hey guys, something just came to mind is with those of you wanting to learn new skills or wanting to dive into something you're not really familiar with, it's okay to let people know, hey, I really don't know much in this area. What do you suggest? I'm not too familiar with this, or this isn't something I'm used to, because at times I think our pride, or even just wanting to not feel like you don't know, can hold us back from learning a lot. So I think I'll be the first to say, like, hey, I actually have no idea what that means. What does that mean? Or how do you do this, Yeah. So don't be afraid of that either.
Yeah. It's fine to not know, like, so much about something you just started, right? Everyone starts at the base level as a beginner. So it's like, oh, I don't know anything about that. Let's learn.
Yeah.
You have that mindset. Oh, who cares that I don't know yet? Let's pick it up. Let's learn. And I'm eager. But yeah, so 2021 is coming up. We wanted to experiment with the camera angles a little bit, right? So we're looking to experiment this episode. If you guys noticed, we're kind of like trying to like have a more conversational thing going on. We're gonna have
a rap battle, but
rap battle is coming.
Do you want to start it?
Yeah, let's go. Play that beat.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. No, but we're experimenting with the camera angles. So give us some feedback. What's kind of the vibe or the setup that you guys like to see? Is it when we're more talking to ourselves and you guys are kind of
when we're like
on the side, or do you like the more talking directly to the camera? Right. But that's basically what we have for you guys. Just some thoughts on what was your attitude about 2020.
And how did you adapt in these hard times?
How did you adapt? Maybe comment below, share some thoughts, share what that one thing is going to be that you're committed to this 2021. And
can I say something real quick?
Yeah,
Sorry,
of course.
Guys. I'm so proud of everyone that took this experience with COVID to take care of themselves physically, mentally, because COVID hit so many of us like a tsunami wave, right? And I just love the focus that everyone took to say, hey, how can I build up my immunity? How can I be a healthier person? Because I know a handful of people that got COVID and it just
recovered.
Yeah, recovered quickly,
Quickly, strong.
And whether it be COVID, the flu, the cold, what can you do to love your body to make sure it's fighting these things as quickly as possible? So I just want to say, like, wow, what a positive thing. Finally, people took I'm saying like finally, but it was nice and refreshing to see people wanting to better their immune system.
As I'm drinking the hard kombucha.
I know. And I mean, it's not like he's drinking all the time.
Moderation.
Yeah. No, 100%, especially.
But make sure you guys like the video, because apparently that's important for the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe. Marlene's still,
I'm so close to 100.
She's very close to 100 subscribers. That way we can get her URL. Subscribe to my channel as well.
We have different channels. We upload separately, both the Mar and Ivan Show.
Yep.
And we're both in the future going to start doing the Mar and Ivan Show plus different content as well.
We're going to have our own personal content coming up as well. So there you guys have it. Merry Christmas Eve and
Merry Christmas. And we'll see you guys before the New Year, right?
Yep.
Cool.
See you guys.
Oh, snaps.
Next week. We got to check the calendar. I'm pretty sure we're going to see you guys before the New Year. So, all right. That concludes episode 12. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye, guys.